Hi Mandira, in our Mahaguru Center we hold meditation programs regularly in Wednesdays and mostly in Wednesdays and Saturdays. So people used to come here and meditate with our meditation teachers with the guided sessions. And in the midway, Mahaguru joined and delivered some Dhamma talk. So last week, in profound Dhamma talk was delivered by Mahaguru.
So for that, can you explain to me what exactly he meant in that discussion?
Yes, he tried to give some message about our samsara and how the mind how the mind's how the nature of mind will limit the pathway to liberate from this cycle of samsara. Do you know that people normally have something in their mind about samsara? They normally talk it with the something with the past lives, with that view that our samsara is about past lives and we die and we are born again. Likewise, we have separate lives throughout the samsara. That view is there with the people's mind. But Mahaguru, in his Dhamma talk, gave a different insight. What he tried to tell was the samsara we have in our mind is something that there are some people who have truly seen it, and they spell some words about what they saw about the past lives and how the samsara was made of. But for those who can't see it, those who haven't seen it, the samsara is the heap of mental formations. We call it sanskara, the thoughts happening within our mind. So I think it's an important insight that because we can observe that aspect of samsara. You got the point?
Yes. So in short, samsara means thoughts that's been created in our mind.
Yes,
And
yes,
you
yes.
mentioned that we can observe that.
Yes.
How can we do that?
Yes, that one more thing I had to add, Mandira, that when those mental formations arise within us, we used to born there. Like, let's say, for example, if you are walking in the street and let's say you see some clothing store, your mind will craft some stories about the clothing store. So now you have become part of it. You are born there and you are living there, but you are still walking on the street. It is created in our mind in some way, and we are born within them. So you ask an interesting question like what should we do to realize this? So Mahaguru shared some methods, shared some strategies about how we can observe our samsara that is happening within these mental crafting, mental formations. For that, the very first step he asked the audience to practice is first we have to reduce these mental formations. Otherwise, our mind is agitated with these mental formations. So we are very busy with that. We are used to born here and there with these mental craftings. uh, so the very first step he encouraged us to do is reduce these mental formations. So when the mental formations are reduced, what happens is your mind will be somewhat purified. So you are not like what we can call like you are not agitated, you are not confused with the what is happening in your mind. Now it is bit clear. So with that clarity, you can understand the dhamma, like dhamma means the reality what is happening within us. For example, when it is clear, like When your mind is clear, now you can slowly, you can gradually see that these mental craftings are happening within you. So it is something within you that samsara is creating with the mind. That thing you will start to observe. Otherwise, let's say for example, when we are moving in the train, when we are going somewhere, when we are traveling in a train, if it is moving very fast, we can't see even the things around the surrounding. We cannot clearly see them. But let's say now train is moving very slowly due to something. Train is when it is moving very slowly, we can see everything in the outside. Likewise, when the mind is agitated, we can't see it. That's why I think Mahaguru asked the audience that very first step is to reduce the mental formations. The next step is that you need to understand the nature of nature. The very first thing you need to understand is the nature of nature. That means the nature of sabhava dharma, because there's nothing in nature that will give you liberation, because it nature wants you to exist in the flow. So there are many things made by the nature for us, so that we will hang on the flow. For example, let's say if we take the human body, women are attracted to men and men are attracted to women. So that is how it is made of, because our neurochemicals, the chemical processes happening within us, they are naturally behave in that way. So what happens is, when that kind of things happening within us, there are a lot of mental fabrications happening with that natural process. That thing is separately created within our mind, so we don't see that. The illusion happens within our mind is that it will create the mental formations based on that natural interactions, and we will create further and further the mental stories.
Illusion.
Yeah, mental illusions, and they are like growing like over and over it will grow. So we are also used to trap within them, that it's a habit, that it's also a mental habit. There are that we can call in some way, they are sansaric habits. Like we have habits, so that we need to cling on the mental formations. That's how we are trapped within those cycles that are formed within our mind. When liberated people like Buddha appear on earth, what they try to tell is this kind of this is the nature, this is the nature of nature, and this is the nature of mind. So you need to first understand that. Otherwise, what will happen is you will continually die and born within the mental formations without understanding what is happening in the background. So you need to first clear what is nature, what is mind. The major role of the mind is to, in this aspect, in this spiritual aspect, what we need to understand as the major aspect of the mind is it create these stories and we are trapped within them. So when you gradually understand it, and when you try to observe it, then what will happen is it will be it will help us in vice versa. Like if you understand this and if you observe it, it will also help to reduce our mental formations. And again, reducing these mental formations will help us to see it much clearly. So in this way, it will, in both ways it will be benefited. So that's how the mental clarity will be formed. Our meditation programs are designed in a way that it will facilitate these major three steps, that reducing the mental formations and increase the mental clarity, and understand Dhamma. So for that, there are some special kind of meditation techniques. For example, you may have heard the word kamatahan.
Okay. So the thing is, so whenever our thoughts, they
Yeah.
are always running. They jump from one thought to another very quickly.
Yes.
So because of that, what we do is we give a focus point. For example,
That we cannot use use the word focus because in meditation the focus should not happen continuously. Like we can use, I think, the aware of the breath. I will use that word.
okay.
Yeah, aware of the breath. That means you are trying to aware of some particular thing, some particular sensation happening within you. Because
Okay.
sensation is somewhat pure than what is fabricated in the mind. So we
But the
will.
focus is something that's been fabricated in the mind, is it?
Sorry.
Why can't we use focus?
Because focus, if you develop focus, if you develop focus, it will it will take you somewhere else in the meditation. Because that's why we use the word like light. We use the word the awareness is type of a light. That means in the light of awareness you will start to see many things. If you develop focus continuously, what will happen is you will only sense that thing. That's why we don't use the word focus.
Oh.
Otherwise the your mind will understand it like you need to focus on something, focus on something, focus on something. But it is a wrong direction, because focus is happening within the mind. Awareness is something that you can get out of the mind. That means you can transcend from the mind.
Okay.
You
So
got the
is
point.
it?
Like if
Yes.
the light is available, so let's say for example, if when the sunrise happen, we start to see many things around us. Likewise, there are many things that we can observe in our inner world, spiritual realm, and in the mechanisms behind the scene. So we need to grow the light towards that. But if you develop focus, if we use the word focus, what will happen is people try to focus only. They don't get the concept of awareness.
So for someone that's going to start on this journey, like we are so used to our thoughts, running thoughts, right? So how do we start this? How do we begin the journey?
Yes. In our meditation center, the programs are designed in a way that it will help you to reduce this agitation caused by increasing mental formations. And the second step is to purify the mind, and third step is to understand Dhamma. So in that process, we use different kind of techniques for the beginner. So it is mainly to reduce that mental agitation. For that, if for a beginner, if we need that thing to be done for that beginner, we will give you some meditation techniques so that you will aware only on one sensation. For example, we will ask you to aware on your breath. So the beginner will start to practice that for some time. Otherwise, uh, another 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 thing that we can use, another technique is that you do some walking meditation, and you try to aware on what you feel in your foot, like the sensation when you walk on barefoot, you will get some sensation. So we will ask you to aware on that. Likewise, a particular sensation of particular feeling, we will ask you to be aware of. So then what happens is the mind is used to fabricate different stories, and you are used to jump from one thought to another thought. But when this is given as a practice for, let's say, for example, for half an hour, then the mind can't, like, when it is given for a beginner, the mind cannot understand what is happening, so it's new to the mind. So that thing will cause mind to be, uh, in some way it will, because it cannot understand it, why it was given and why this is happening, so why you are doing that. The mind will become somewhat stand still, so that will help you to reduce the mental processes. But let's say, for example, if you do that forever, what will happen is mind will get used to that. That's why we need to change the meditation techniques accordingly. But when you are progressing on that, we change the meditation techniques, and we call these the kind of techniques the kamatahan, or the normally what we used in Buddhist context, spiritual context, is the word is kamatahan. When the kamatahan is given to you, it's somewhat specific to your nature as well. So when different type of this kamatahan are used, the mind cannot, mind can't make habits over that. So in a way that mind cannot make new habits over that, we need to change those things. That strategy is there within the meditation process.
Like, can it be like, the focusing point on the on the breathing? Can it be like, how do I say? Go to a subconscious, like, meaning like you're focusing on that too, and at the same time you're getting another thought.
Yeah, then
Both are going parallel.
yeah, they are both the mental process will try to start parallelly, and in some points you are like again born within the that thought process. So that will happen. So now you will start, if your awareness is getting sharper, now you observe that now I am trying to stay on this kamatan, but meanwhile you are born within the mental process. Now you see that what's happening in the mental process, because the relative to the kamatahana, that the point that you need to cling on in this meditation session, with respect to that, you will now start to see that you need to stay on that thing, but you are now born within the mental process. Now you see it clearly.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So I think that's what that Mahaguru discussed mainly on that meditation session. Also, he shared some interesting fact about Mara. You have heard about the Mara. In English, we called it like Lucifer or something. Like, yeah, right. In that thing, what we need to understand is, like, some people will see Mara as a person. It's more or less personified. I think Lucifer also in the English context, it is somewhat personified in the people's mind.
Meaning like an external party.
Yeah. They will see there is something called God, or something like a evil figure called Mara. But in this session, Mahaguru said Mara, or this Lucifer, is something that you cannot see. There are many things that we can see, and there are many other things that we cannot see. So let's say, for example, we cannot see our back. So what is unknown for us? What is unknown for us is the Mara. So so that thing, there is some uncertainty, like uh, the what is unknown for us, we don't know where it will take us. So that's why it is called Mara or Lucifer. That's why we need Buddha, like separate intelligence, that there's realm that mind cannot see, like mind cannot understand, mind is not open to see that realm, that is our inner system, our inner world. So basically that thing will act as our Mara or Lucifer. So that's why we need to awake the inner intelligence within us. So with the light of awareness, that inner intelligence will start to awaken, and it will show us different perspectives, different insights, the range that we can see, the other than the external world that we are used to, which is fabricated by our mind. We will see how it is formed, how these things happen. So we will start to have some perspective on our inner world as well. So to to defeat Mara, we need to awake that inner intelligence which is already within us. But currently it is hijacked, or it is not awakened because of the powerfulness of the mind, agitated mind. We die and born within the mental process, and we just live with that, and we passed away. That's what if you do not awaken that inner intelligence, that's what happened for us.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, like we just live life as it is. Like we are born and we live with all the thought patterns that the nature has inbuilt to us.
Yes, yes, yes. That's what ordinary people will do. Uh, Once Buddhas or some kind of liberated person appear, what they try to tell is there's something unknown for us, but there are methods to know it by ourselves. We can aware of this, we can have some kind of we can develop some insight towards them, so we can realize it by ourselves. And so it will help you to liberate from what is unknown, like what is Mara, like otherwise we will flow with what mind says. Just the mind says, we will believe them, believe those stories, those craftings, and we are just living with the mind's crafting.
Got it.
Okay, as a summary, I can tell you that what Mahaguru's insight, that Mahaguru's wisdom took us to different perspectives, different insights with that meditation program. The session which was conducted by Mahaguru. So he gave some different perspectives on samsara, because otherwise we just think on past lives, it is made of past lives, and we are moving ahead with another future lives. So that is our samsara. But there is there is something that we can observe. What is the initial point of samsara is the mental processes happening within us. We used to born within them and die there, live there and die, and then again born with another mental process. So that is the footprint that will create the samsara that we have heard of, that the past lives and everything. So if we can aware of this, if we can see that, the major thing is that it should be observed in the present moment. Otherwise we can't see that. Otherwise it will again what is formed in your mind, because if you try to recall it, and if you try to memorize, try to get it from memory, then it is also somewhat in your mind. So in the present moment we need to observe what is happening within that mental process. So it is one thing he cleared out in that session. And the another thing is that Mara or Lucifer thing, that it is, he gave different perspective on that. What is that perspective is, it is what, what is unknown for us. So that unknown thing, if we it is the illusion that we are having. So if we get the insight from your inner intellect or buddhi, if it is awakened, you will start to get different insights over that. So it will defeat this Mara or Lucifer thing.
So in summary about samsara, so all this time, all this while, we thought samsara is about rebirth, living one life, dying, and being born again.
Yes,
But
yes.
here we speak about samsara, about how we live and die on each and every thought process that we have every day.
Yes, yes, yeah, that's
So
correct.
yes, so in order to understand that, our first things was to, well, purify our minds by increasing the awarenesses of our sensations.
Yeah, that will help you to reduce the mental agitation caused by caused by the mental formations.
Caused by these formations. And another topic that we spoke about was about Mara, which is Mara is something that's within us and that is unknown to us.
Yes.
And it is essential that we realize it, understand about it, what it is, and then proceed. And wait, I think I missed one point on samsara where you mentioned
That in the present moment,
samsara.
that, yeah, present
In the
moment.
present moment part,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that is so when we speak about being awareness, being aware of our current, I mean the present moment. So it is essential that it's not something that we recall, because whatever we recall, it's once again you're pulling something from your mind.
Mind, yes,
But
yes.
understanding what's happening at the moment and being aware of it is how you, how do I end this?
It will clear, it will clear the understanding about the nature. So it will help you to understand this process, and it will like guide you in the right direction. Yeah, it will guide you in the right direction. Otherwise mind will take you in different directions. So if you follow these steps, it will guide you in the right direction, so that you can, without going here and there, you can soon awake that inner intelligence, and it will help you to increase your insights.
Okay, okay. So basically, it's about how not reliving the previous thought pattern, but understanding at the present moment would help me to
Yeah,
change.
being aware
Yes,
at the present moment.
being aware of the present moment will help me to understand the thought formations,
Yes.
which will guide me to the right direction, some awakening my inner.
Yeah, it's some milestone in the right direction, that uh, that to awaken the inner intelligence, it is a key milestone. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So I think that's what happened in the last meditation session, that the what Mahaguru shared us with his Dhamma talk. This thing was cleared out to the crowd who was participated in that noble meeting, the satsang. So I think they got different perspectives and different insights. So it will clear our pathways. Otherwise, we are just doing meditations, we are just hearing to Dhamma, but we don't have a clear direction. So I think it was somewhat cleared out with this profound discussion.